Good morning. How are you? It's Thursday morning. I'm up early, millions of things to do, all of them good, and I'm looking forward to my day. We had Ash Wednesday yesterday, and a time of reflection on our own humanity and our own failings, and a beginning to our Lent journey. And sorry, can you hear my voice is gone? I haven't had a good voice for a week. Will's been in heaven, I think, because I've been very limited in what I've been speaking. Sorry, that's a distraction. Yes, Ash Wednesday yesterday. And we're supposed to be sombre and solemn and reflective and enter into the mystery of Lent. That is a time of waiting, preparation, penitence, and a difficult season, really. And I was struggling to be difficult through it because we put a post on Facebook, didn't we, a couple of days ago about collecting bits and pieces to take to the Polish community in Newport, who are going to take them on to Poland and to the Polish-Ukraine border to help with the hundreds of thousands of people who are now displaced and crossing that border in search of safety. And I've been overwhelmed. I thought we would collect some bits and pieces and I'd put them in the boot of my Mini a couple of times a week and all would be well. And we didn't officially open the appeal until Saturday, and already we have a van full of things at the back of the church in Usk, and it's coming in from all the villages across the area. Just an extraordinary response. And we have the offer of a man with a van, and I'm just incredibly inspired and very emotional about the goodwill, the speed of response and the care and love that there is in the wider community for people that we don't know, but who we're watching and we're worried about, and for the injustice that we see that we're struggling with. And I thought, gosh, how do I wrap all of this up into my first one back after a few days break last week? And I don't know. I turned to a book of reflections that I've got. It's quite a new book. I don't want to lose my page. There we are. It's called the BRF Book of 365 Bible Reflections. And it isn't one a day, but it is because it's 365. But they're done in topics. And there's this wonderful one about loving the stranger. I want to read it to you in a little bit of the reflection. It's a passage from Deuteronomy in the Old Testament, and the prophet says this: "The Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and awesome, who is not partial and takes no bribe, who executes justice for the orphan and the widow, and who loves the strangers, providing them with food and clothing. You shall also love the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt." I thought it was interesting about the strangers because clearly the people in Ukraine and the surrounds are strangers to us for the most part. But they feel like neighbours as well, don't they? And in the little reflection that's been written afterwards by Inderjit Borgal, he says, a neighbour is someone who's a bit like yourself. A stranger is someone very different and not the first person you might reach out to. God calls everyone to love the stranger with a hunger for justice. And I'm challenged by that because I have the feeling that the local response has been a response of love to one's neighbour, not to the stranger at all. And how generously and how quickly we can love people that we don't know because we see an injustice that is around them, and we want right and good and fair and decent and honest and generous. And we want them to not be oppressed, and we want them to live freely. That sounds like love for neighbour, not love for stranger. And so let's go into today really thrilled that we are surrounded by neighbours who are full of love for those they know and for those they don't. And let's continue to be the voice for those who are in need and strive to seek justice for those who are oppressed. That's gone all over the place this morning, hasn't it? But I know you know where I'm at with it. And thank you to everyone who's already donated. Thank you to those who are about to donate. And we'll keep going and hope to see some change. We've got a prayer time in the church in Usk on Saturday morning. Please join us if you would like. Otherwise, keep your prayers going. We must never underestimate that God hears us and he answers our prayers. Have a lovely day today. I shall see some of you later, I'm sure. Lots of love and God bless. Bye bye.